need to work in the travel industry with a different dimension. Now, as a perspective of the state government, can I have your attention? I'll take only 3 minutes, right? This is for your thing, how to go about it, working on that, right? Now, what Andhra Pradesh Tourism is doing about Yuva tourism clubs and what destinations we are talking about it, right? Now, we all know this was one of the best platform which I have ever attended, wherein we are integrating students, academicians, industries, and everybody, right? Come to the next slide. Yeah. Most of the students who were doing startup, they said, ma'am, we want to collaborate with the government. Very, very good initiative, very important aspect of collaboration with industry and the government. The Ministry of Tourism is doing several programs. Dekho Apna Desh, Swadesh Darshan, Prashad Scheme, Yuva Tourism Clubs, MSME, registrations with the many of the tourism clubs, and of course, Udyam and MSME registration, and the products which we are trying to talk about in the startup as one district, one product also. Now, what the main concern which I like with all the students when they are talking about is inclusion of sustainable tourism and responsible tourism, which is another important aspect, right? What are the major aspects of Incredible India is taking up the other one startup was talking about skilled guides. So IITTM has already facilitated online tour guide programs. You don't have to attend the direct programs like this. How these programs can value add to your startup, value add to your existing company, value add to yourself is what is required. Come to the next one. What is the major national mission which we are talking about? Digital India Mission and Atmanirbhar Bharat. And Ministry of Tourism and on behalf of the government of Andhra Pradesh, we are very, very proud about these two important missions, how digital mission is transforming the digital India with the young, important people. Right? No, previous, yes. Now, the other day, yesterday, one of the faculty were talking about Yuva tourism clubs. Why Yuva tourism clubs are important in each academic institution. Those institutions which have not developed or integrated with the Ministry of Tourism for their programs, for their other assessments, for their visibility with Ministry of Tourism. Ministry of Tourism in each state has appointed one manager, one assistant manager throughout India in all the states to work directly as liaison officers. Now, to work as liaison officers with the Ministry of Tourism, what we need to have is as young ambassadors. So I was very much impressed the way you have taken up with the startups and how it can inculcate further with the thing and how ministries can facilitate you. That is the main important. So these startup ideas otherwise will just remain in the classrooms. They are not escalated. They are neither coming to us. Now digital, in the morning session we were talking about so many digital missions. I'm looking out for vloggers for Andhra Pradesh tourism, and there is a huge scarcity there for this particular aspect of this profession, right? So young ambassadors, national and international, and this will actually, like now what we are seeing today's Ayodhya, next year Ayodhya will not be the same. So we are going to see a transformation in Ayodhya, how the foreign tourist footfall numbers will also increase. Now this is the state of Andhra Pradesh, which most of you, the moment when I say Andhra Pradesh, it is still Hyderabad. The state got bifurcated into Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And Andhra Pradesh has 26 districts. Now what is this when we are trying to identify when I'm trying to look at people to take in my tourism sectors, I will look out what are my strengths in my tourism and how I can take it further, right? So this is my state and the capital is Amaravati. Right? What do I have in my states? I have destinations. What are the destinations? Now, this is the first village in the best rural tourism village. Ministry of Tourism has conducted best rural tourism village, and this is Lepakshi village, which my state has won the first prize basing on the architectural value of Krishnadevaraya and Vijayanagara Empire. So when we are talking about heritage, yes, we are going back to the roots, understanding what is Krishnadevaraya, how the architectural marvel, and this got the best rural tourism village, and we have received on 27 September in the World Tourism Day from the Secretary Ma'am that Lepakshi. It is a part of Ramayana trail according to the Ramayana. If you are talking coming from Ayodhya, the Jatayu fell there and Rama said, Le Pakshi. Le means get up in Telugu. Pakshi, that means bird. So this village derived the name Le Pakshi, Le Pakshi. So that is the significance of the rural India and the heritage which we are proud about it. This is the architectural part of it. And what is that? And the man-made construction. If you're talking about Singapore, Singapore is a man-made city. How many will you agree with that? Yes. What is that Singapore? It is man-made. So infrastructure, of course, play. Apart from Krishna Devaraya's what Lepakshi I started building monuments like Amaravati Dhyana Buddha. Buddhism plays a very important role in the state. And yes, Buddhism, Nagarjuna has originated over there. The next important destinations, yes. I come from a state where there is 974 kilometers coastline. 974 coastline, and Goa is there here. Right, sir? What is the coastline of Goa, sir? Anyone? 105. How many beaches? How many beaches? How many of you heard the word blue flag? This is a new concept. How beaches can give you revenue generation model and how beaches can work on you. Blue flag is an international accreditation. In India, only 8 beaches in India of all the 5,000 kilometers are certified as blue flag, and one I have in Andhra Pradesh, that is Rushikonda beach. Blue flags talks about sustainability. It talks about the safest beaches in India. Gujarat has one, and sir, Goa do not have one blue flag beach in spite of Goa having such a huge potential on beaches. Taking that road, Karnataka has developed Karnataka Coastal Management Roadmap for the development of beaches. Sir, government is working on the natural heritage which is there basing on their own state. Whatever are the inputs which the state are having. So we नकल करने के लिए भी अकल चाहिए. हमने सोचा चलो कर्नाटका को देखकर हम कॉपी कर लेते, but again I failed successfully. नकल कर नहीं सकते. So what we did was, yes, we took the inputs from the ministry and we have to derive, because the arid regions, the geographical and the demographic regions of Karnataka are different from Andhra Pradesh. When Karnataka out of 105 kilometers could identify around 27 or 37 beaches, in 974 kilometers I identified almost 369 beaches, unexplored beaches are there in Andhra Pradesh. And I'm going to share that document with you as a Goa roadmap. We have presented this in the G20 also with the ministry, stating that, sir, हमारे पास एक ही strength है, that is beaches. उसको हम एक-एक community, village community को वहाँ पर जो है, उनके साथ हम काम करेंगे and develop the beaches as safe beaches, only giving shacks, only giving popcorn बेचने fishermen community की भी वहाँ पर एक employment. And mind you children, as an entrepreneur, working in the beach is not as easy as you think, and creating a revenue and employment generation. Orissa, Puri beach has got जो chairs वहाँ लगा के, they come in the morning and go by afternoon. They make 2,500 rupees a day. Local employment opportunities. So beaches are something where the government is coming up with small shops, souvenir shops, handicraft shops, food outlets, whatever, travel facilitations, small things, whatever we would like to. The government is coming up with the development of the coastline beaches, and this is one area which most of the governments are working on it. Right, sir? We have a panel, so I just wanted to just quickly play this. Yes, we all know about the Grand Canyon. Adventure. Since morning I have been talking about adventure. This is Gandikota, the Grand Canyon, which is close to Anantapur and Bangalore. All bike traffickers comes from Bangalore. They come to this particular place called Gandikota, stay overnight. Decathlon, buy tents, pitch up tents, have your own tent company, a small travel agency like how you did this particular pitching of the thing. Small your startup with these kind of adventure camps here. I have an adventure academy to collaborate with. Students, please do come. I'll share my numbers with all of you. Now you can stay down. We would be happy to have you on board with this kind. The state is a newborn state. After bifurcation, it doesn't have an identity, right? So it is in the process of evolving. So these ideas are most welcome to be partnership with the state government, where we would be happy to associate and put you on board, right? Next particular thing. These are the ancient Buddhist monuments, right? We will take it up further. Go to these are Gundavalli caves. Yes. The moment when you are talking about, we know that Tirupati Balaji is there and Ramalayam. This is where Rama has also traveled here during his on way to the Sri Lanka Vontimitta, the temple which is very, very famous. So I thought especially in Ayodhya I'll talk about, even I have a presence of Rama in my state, that is Vontimitta, right sir? And other destinations are the tribal training. The tribals which are very, very important. One of the students came asking, ma'am, I want to work with tribes. It is not easy to work with tribes. Why will you go and start working with the tribes? They have their own set of lifestyle. So you can collaborate and integrate with tribal community and give them lifetime opportunities. When I did a 30-day training program at this particular Araku, students came with bows and arrows and literally sat in my class stating that, madam, हमको पढ़ना नहीं है. और उनकी मम्मियाँ भी आ गई कि क्या पढ़ा रही है मैडम, ये होटल में कैसे नौकरी दे देगी, ये क्या बात कर रही है. Because tribal affairs are very strong. Tribal, their network is there. So giving them, my perception is, as a Mother Teresa, maybe I thought I'll give them opportunities there, not to stop them migrating to other. Like for example, half of Bihar is in Punjab, half of Punjab is in Canada. Will you agree? So what is that? We have to stop migration somewhere where we can take up things further. So with the tribal community, I worked here and I created local employment opportunities so that they work there on their own and create opportunities. So this is my dance form. I have a village called Kuchipudi, where the whole village are full of dancers. Right? We have some destinations. This is our classical dance form of Andhra Pradesh Kuchipudi. I was talking about souvenir product. 5 states in India are given this prestigious project. Uttar Pradesh, number 1, is doing amazingly well, and central government हमें बोलता है कि उत्तर प्रदेश को देखकर आप कॉपी करो. हम कॉपी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं क्योंकि वो इतने आगे आ चुके हैं. One district, one product में ODOP is doing amazingly well, and several MSMEs. Children, those startups who are thinking of talking about textiles, handlooms, the blah, blah, blue, blue, anything, please go to Invest India. During G20, we have curated all the G20 souvenirs from Uttar Pradesh ODOP. So that's a very, very good thing, development of souvenirs. Big accolades to Uttar Pradesh for coming up of tremendous work in tourism, for coming up with a tremendous work on souvenir development. So Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Assam and Andhra Pradesh. So we were given this project only to develop souvenirs from 5 rupees to 5 lakhs, which are to be accessible, which are to be branded with a destination. So think on those lines and all the states will fall in line. So we are all under the aegis Honorable Prime Minister, who is going to leap ahead, and we studied that India was a developing country, and you will prove that India is developed, right? We studied India was a developing country, and you, the tech-savvy guys, will prove that India is developed, and we are a part of that developed country, and that is where we're going to lead a country, right? The last important things, yeah, these are some handlooms. How much this ODOP is contributing, right? 15%, 10% on handicrafts, textiles, and everything. जो वो पॉटरी की बच्ची काम कर रही थी, तो मैंने वो पॉटर्स के साथ और कोंडापल्ली बोम्मलू उनके घर में रह चुकी हूँ. तो मैं को उनकी वो फील क्या है. सो दैट इज व्हाई आई केप्ट ऑन टेलिंग डोंट रीइन्वेंट द व्हील, डोंट रीइन्वेंट द व्हील. ये इंस्टेड ऑफ रीइन्वेंटिंग द व्हील, आप एक्सपीरियंस, हम आज भी सिद्धिकांत मिश्रा सर के साथ है या आईसी गुप्ता सर के साथ, हम क्यों ले, एक्सपीरियंस स्पीक्स. व्हाट स्पीक्स इज द एक्सपीरियंस. वो घाट घाट का पानी पी चुके हैं हम. यू आर अगेन जस्ट अभी बिस्लरी पानी पी रहे हैं आप, राइट? तो हम घाट घाट के पानी पी चुके हैं, तो हमें फर्क है. वो आपको गाइड करेंगे कि यार ये है, ये है. So that is what we wanted to do, and I appreciate all the ideas and the faculty and the universities who have groomed the children to the next important part of it. So these are some handicrafts which the state is talking about, and I am working on these with the artisans to create. And the best part is because you are taught tech savvy, most of them, as one of the girls said that in the presentation, ma'am, I want to escalate the product. You know what I do? I go to this particular village, sit with them, who the son or girl, connect one NRI committee in USA, right? Because half of Andhra is in Silicon Valley. Half of Andhra Pradesh, every house has somebody in Silicon Valley. What we do is, we do the design the complete product and one-to-one artisan. जैसे मैं और सर बोल रहे थे, अमन जी बोल रहे कि ये toy is made by Ramaya and his wife, and Ramaya and his wife are selling for $10 to USA through online portal. सर वो वेबसाइट डिजाइनिंग गवर्नमेंट हेल्प कर रही है सर, उसके थ्रू क्या हो रहा है कि वो विलेज से माइग्रेशन नहीं हो रहा है सर. यही वो हमने यूपी से नकल कर लिया सर. One district, one product, where we have identified and catering to that. And in this process, initially government will do hand holding, but आप लोगों की जरूरत है जिसमें ये hand holding में you can come in, you can participate, you can create employment. Stop thinking on 9 to 5 job or Saturday, Sunday, weekend and other things. Think of I am available 24 into 7 into 365. How I am creating. Love your work. Then there is no timing, there is no Saturday, Sunday. That is where you have to come in. So pitch into those things, and yes, initially seed money, we will guide you how to take the IIM Visakhapatnam Children Mahatma Gandhi project hai. Each student is given 2.5 lakhs as a seed money. So to do the startup, sir, आपके पास incubator भी है, आपके यहाँ angel investors भी होगा. So who the angel investors are, how MSME registration and all tourism, small thing. Now the next important project which ministry is working on, rural homestays. सर अयोध्या में नेक्स्ट ईयर जब ये आएंगे तो आप मुझे आपके घर में भी रुकने नहीं देंगे सर, क्योंकि इतनी सारी फुटफॉल हो जाएंगे, इतनी सारी फुटफॉल हो जाएंगे. देखिए देखिए, see that is the thing. So घर का ही हो गया रजिस्ट्रेशन में, इसीलिए बोल रही थी. Now next year footfall is something which you cannot. So but I was talking to one of the faculty. Footfall, आपको टूरिस्ट आ रहे हैं अयोध्या में, पता है, ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज है कैटर करने के लिए. कोई होटल मैनेजमेंट कॉलेज है where they can need or they can serve to that, where these basic etiquettes are taught to the students about. In the morning I was talking to one of the faculty where houses and hotels are already booked हो चुके हैं, but are the human resource there? There is a gap between the infrastructure and the human resources and human. Morning we were talking about a very good thing about intelligence is artificial, but emotion is, like Kal Dikshit sir said, Ayodhya is an emotion. It is a feeling, right? वही वाली घर बनाया, but घर में जो whatever are the hotels which we need to do, that human element is still not there. So look into those kind of developments, sir. छोटे छोटे courses जिसके साथ tourism hospitality integrate हो सकते हैं. You know how huge potential. होम स्टेज, रूरल स्टेज का कॉन्सेप्ट भी, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, यूपी टूरिज्म के साथ कोलैबोरेट करिए सर. आई विल सेंड यू वन जेंटलमैन हियर सो दैट आपके यूनिवर्सिटी में ही ये कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग प्रोग्राम्स हो जाए. राइट सर, राइट. सो दिस इज वन गुड थिंग विच वी कैन डू. एंड ऑफ कोर्स these are the handicrafts which we were talking about. All handicrafts, because this is something which I am presently working, and UP is doing excellently well. So I thought I will talk about it. And designing of this. And this particular project requires designing, marketing, selling, branding. You know how many organizations I have involved? I have involved NID. I have involved MSME. I have involved Udyam for registration. I have involved Ministry of Tourism for capacity building. एक project है sir to develop souvenirs. Our 500 people are now actually working on this, including designing of website and everything. So when you are looking at opportunities are not in any of the newspaper employment news. Opportunities are not in Times Ascent. Opportunities are not in Naukri.com. Thoda, we have to open our eyes, open everything, find out an opportunity, what is good for you, And sky is the only limit where you can talk about. And it was wonderful interacting with you. Please take my number, Dr. Lajwanti Naidu. Right, some of the children were asking my number. I said 912 912 1144 Dr. Naidu, most of the time if I am in the conferences or in the meetings, I don't just text me, I'll reply back. Just text me, I'll reply. I'm 24 into 7 into 365 days available. Always for the students, by the students, and forever for students. Dr. Lajwanti Naidu. Oh, number 912 1144 Very simple to remember. Thank you. For any other things, I'm always helpful to you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.